I've killed for you. Who else can say that? You think you'd be happy with a nice Midwestern girl? No way, baby. I'm in.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie villains who went too far.
I would put to the whole world. Give you as only you love me.
And he forgot.
Shh, darling. Trust me.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
For this list, we'll be looking at movie villains who dared to cross the line. However, we'll be excluding mindless killers who might not understand the consequences of their actions, as well as serial killers. Isn't that always going too far? We're also excluding animated villains, who deserve a list all their own. Beware of spoilers, and let us know which villains most violated your code of ethics in the comments below. Number 10. Terrence Fletcher changes the song on Andrew. Whiplash. Between throwing chairs and doling out slaps, conductor Terrence Fletcher makes the life of student drummer Andrew Nyman a living hell. However, one moment stands out from the rest. After Andrew comes forward about the abuse he's endured at the hands of Fletcher, student and teacher come together for one last show. In an anxiety-inducing turn of events, Fletcher reveals he knows Andrew turned him in, and changes the performance song on Andrew just seconds before showtime.
And we're going to do some old standards for you, but first we're going to start out with a new tune by Tim Simonek called Upswingin'.
As Andrew awkwardly tries to play the song without ever having heard it before, Fletcher clearly delights in his embarrassment. It's every performer's worst nightmare come true.
Yeah, I guess maybe you don't have it.
Number 9. Magneto kidnaps Rogue. X-Men.
What the hell do you want with me?
You? What the fuck? Whoever said I wanted you?
This Marvel franchise is filled with villains who would do anything to satisfy their ambitions. From William Stryker lobotomizing his own son in X2, to Klaus Schmidt killing Magneto's mother in First Class, it's tough to pick one evil act that went too far. However, this moment from Magneto takes the cake. In the first X-Men movie, Magneto hatches a plot to mutate the world's leaders with a machine of his own invention.
He's going to transfer his power to Rogue and use her to power the machine.
The issue? The strength needed for the machine could kill him. He decides to kidnap a teenage mutant named Rogue who can absorb the abilities of other mutants. Magneto claims to champion the mutant cause, so his willingness to sacrifice an innocent mutant in his place shows how far he's fallen.
Your sacrifice will mean our survival.
Number 8. Annie Wilkes hobbles Paul. Misery. When it comes to superfans, it doesn't get creepier than Annie Wilkes. In this Stephen King adaptation, author Paul Sheldon comes face to face with obsessed fan Annie, who brings him to her home and nurses him back to health after a car wreck.
How long?
You've been here 2 days. You're gonna be okay.
Things go from bad to worse when Paul realizes Annie has no intention of letting him leave.
Misery was buried in the ground at the end, Paul, so you'll have to start there.
When she's finally had enough of Paul's escape attempts, she makes a horrifying decision. In one of the most harrowing scenes ever, Annie uses a sledgehammer to hobble Paul. This marks a turning point in the film that shows just how far Annie will go, and how little regard she has for Paul's well-being. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot.
God, I love you.
Number 7. Ego implants a tumor into Quill's mother. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Daddy issues abound in this MCU film. Peter Quill and the Guardians run into Ego, a Celestial who also happens to be Quill's father.
And who the hell are you?
I figured my rugged good looks would make that obvious. My name is Ego. And I'm your dad, Peter.
Quill is overjoyed, but soon learns that Ego's more interested in his plan for domination than catching up with his son. Along with Quill, Ego had many children throughout the universe to further his plans.
I need to fulfill life's one true purpose. To grow and spread, covering all that exists until everything is me.
As if womanizing your way through the cosmos isn't gross enough, Quill learns that Ego gave his mother the tumor that killed her. Learning that your father wasn't as in love with your mother as you'd hoped is one thing, but knowing that he killed her, that'll take some therapy.
Expansion. Reason for my very existence would be over, so I did what I had to do. But It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
What?
Number 6. Commodus kills his own father to take the throne. Gladiator. At the beginning of Ridley Scott's Roman epic, Emperor Marcus Aurelius asks General Maximus Meridius to succeed him after his death, bypassing his scheming son Commodus.
You will not be emperor. Which wiser older man is to take my place? My powers will pass to Maximus.
Marcus believes Commodus will come to realize that he's made the best choice for Rome. Alas, he underestimates his son's ambition.
That can be a virtue when it drives us to excel.
When Marcus tells Commodus of his plans for the realm, Commodus pulls him in for a hug and proceeds to suffocate him. What starts out as a tender embrace becomes cold-blooded murder, and patricide no less. The moment is jarring and sets off a chain of events that show just how right Marcus was about what Rome would become under Commodus's leadership. Number 5. Joker forces Batman to choose between Harvey and Rachel, The Dark Knight.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
The Joker is the epitome of pure evil. It's difficult to pick one moment where he crosses the line, but we think we've found the one.
Choose between one life or the other. Your friend, the district attorney, or his blushing bride-to-be.
Batman is faced with a horrible choice when the Joker kidnaps District Attorney Harvey Dent and Batman's former lover Rachel Dawes. They're held in different buildings set to blow up, and Batman can only save one of them. He eventually chooses Rachel, but in a brutal twist, the Joker sends him the address for Dent's location instead. Rachel dies in the explosion, a devastating event that's made all the worse because Batman thought he was headed to Rachel the whole time.
No! No! No, not me! Why are you coming for me?
The Joker intends to break Batman down, and in this moment, he succeeds. Number 4. Nurse Ratched has McMurphy lobotomized. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. In this psychological drama, Randall McMurphy isn't exactly the most sympathetic of protagonists. Stuck in prison on assault and other charges, McMurphy has himself moved to a mental institution, despite knowing he has no mental illness. So yeah, not the best guy.
Aw, come on, you're not gonna say that now. You're not gonna say that now. You're gonna pull that henhouse shit now when the vote the chief just voted it was 10-9. Now I want that television set turned on right now!
By the end of the film, however, it's clear the true villain of the movie is Nurse Ratched. She has McMurphy lobotomized despite knowing he doesn't belong in the ward. The lobotomy is evil in itself, but the moment comes on the coattails of the growing tension between Ratched and McMurphy.
The best thing we can do is go on with our daily routine. All right?
She doesn't go through with the lobotomy because it's necessary. She does it because she hates McMurphy and wants to hurt him in the worst way. Number 3. Thanos Sacrifices Gamora. Avengers Infinity War. Convinced that he needs to bring balance to the universe in the most murderous way possible, Thanos will stop at nothing to find the Infinity Stones.
I am prepared.
After kidnapping his daughter and Guardians of the Galaxy member Gamora, Thanos learns that the Soul Stone is on the planet Vormir. He takes Gamora with him, and once there, they learn that the only way to obtain the stone is by sacrificing a loved one. Well, we all know what comes next.
Really? Tears?
They're not for him.
This entry is particularly horrible because we know by virtue of the trade that Thanos does love Gamora.
I'm sorry, little one.
Without that love, the sacrifice wouldn't have worked. He just loves the idea of depopulating the universe more. Number 2. Gangsters Kill Daisy. John Wick. Here we have the event that kicked off this action franchise. After the death of his wife, former assassin John Wick receives a gift from her from beyond the grave, an adorable puppy named Daisy.
Daisy. Of course.
With the introduction of Daisy, things start looking up for Wick, until he runs into some Russian gangsters.
Oh, I love dogs.
Wick upsets them and they break into his house, killing sweet, sweet Daisy in the process. Daisy was all John Wick had and represented the memory of his wife. With the death of Daisy, his wife is truly gone too. It takes a true monster to take that away from someone. Plus, look how cute she is.
I'm up.
I'm up.
Before we unveil our most unforgivable number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Max Cady kisses Danielle. Cape Fear, the creepiest revenge plot ever. Regina calls Planned Parenthood. Mean Girls. Poor Taylor Waddell is a victim of Regina's wrath and she doesn't even know it.
Oh, this is Susan from Planned Parenthood. I have her test results. If you could have her give me a call as soon as she can. It's urgent. Thank you.
Killmonger shoots his girlfriend. Black Panther. Murder is never how you want a relationship to end.
Sorry, Eric.
It's gonna be okay.
Warden Norton refuses to let Andy free. The Shawshank Redemption. He knows Andy is innocent but doesn't care. He also has a man killed.
You understand me? You catching my drift? Or am I being obtuse?
Raul Silva's shooting game. Skyfall. The worst part is, he doesn't even pretend he isn't shooting to kill.
I win. What do you say to that?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Bill kills Beatrix's fiancé and everyone at her wedding rehearsal. Kill Bill Volume 2.
Hello, kiddo.
In terms of the worst ex-boyfriends ever, Quentin Tarantino's martial arts villain takes the cake. In Volume 1, the massacre at Two Pines is alluded to, but it isn't until Volume 2 that we see the brutal event that sent Beatrix on her revenge killing spree. Bill, Beatrix's old mentor and lover, arrives at her wedding rehearsal.
Why are you here? Last look.
Are you gonna be nice?
He seems to come in peace, but really comes with murder on his heels. As you watch the deadly vipers stalk in and kill everyone in the church, you can't help but think about how blindsided Beatrix must be.
What the hell?
One moment, Bill was giving her and her fiancé his blessing, and in the next, he's shooting her in the head. Again, worst ex ever. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.